The Russian invasion of Ukraine has been going poorly for the Russians. The spirit of the Nightingale has been watching over the Ukrainians. Ukrainians have been able to fight back against the Russian invaders and even push them back in some areas. The Russians keep making the same mistake of bringing more tanks into the country. How stupid do you have to be to keep bringing tanks into a country that has a seemingly endless supply of javelins? You are just wasting your military resources and making your homeland more vulnerable to an attack by foreigners. It is likely that Ukraine will be able to defend itself against the Russians. It might take some time, but it is unlikely the Russians can win with their current leadership. The only exception is if they use nukes or chemical weapons. That might change things, but using these things will make the Russians look like villains to the rest of the planet. It is unlikely that Russians want to be turned into a global villain. I have mentioned that Ukraine will be able to defend itself against the current Russian invasion, but I do not think Russia will lose in the end. Most people think that the animal that represents Russia is a bear. This is a common misconception. Russia is not a bear. Russia is a phoenix. Russian Slavs are the only people group on the planet to have multiple empires. It is possible for the West to beat this iteration of Russia, but they will rise again like a phoenix, and they will be stronger. This is a unique trait of Russia that the universe has given them. It is unfortunate that the West does not seem to understand this. The West has given Russia a gift. They have allowed Russia to be less dependent on the international financial system and have allowed the ruble to make a comeback. The sanctions that were placed on Russia have backfired and have allowed millions of Russians to unify. In the end, Ukrainians will beat the Russians, and the Russians will rise again, probably more powerful than before. Meanwhile, the US empire will continue to decline due to weak leadership, massive corruption, and very few Americans actually caring about this country.